welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is going to be a reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising positions for the middle of October to the end of the month. And if you're watching this after the 23rd of October, happy birthday, Scorpio. Happy birthday to you. Okay, so let's jump in here and see what the messages are for Scorpio as they go through the rest of their month. And the sun will enter into Scorpio on the 23rd. Okay, let it go. Time machine. And wish upon a star. Oh, Virgo. Oh, Virgo. Why am I saying that? Oh, Scorpio. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. What this says to me here is that there's something that you are hanging on to that needs to be let go of, okay? And this is sort of something that when you think about it, you're like, if only I could turn back time. It's one of those things. It's one of these things where when you think about it, you think, oh man, if only I could turn back the clock and do things a little differently. But that needs to be let go of. I feel like that needs to be let go of because whatever happened, it may have a purpose that hasn't revealed itself yet, okay? And so we're gonna keep reading to see what this issue was that you need to let go of potentially, or the sort of the theme of what you might need to be letting go of. But it feels here like you're questioning time. You're questioning a period of time, and I'm getting this feeling that you're like, man, if I could only go back. And that you have this wish, you have this beautiful intention that you want to see in front of your eyes. Like you are working on sort of manifesting this dream, this wish, and you're focusing on it. You're holding it so close to yourself. It's a very emotional thing that you're really feeling drawn to, and you're wanting to see it expressed in front of you. But for some reason, I feel like something from the past that you're sort of hanging on to is holding back this new thing. And you might not even see the connection between them right now, Scorpio. You might think that they're not connected, but I feel like that connection could be revealed to you at the same time as the thing that you need to let go of, that whatever that was, its purpose will be revealed to you as well, if that makes sense. It's sort of this idea that, when things are divinely timed, it doesn't always make sense. It doesn't always make sense. And so sometimes we look at the past and we're like, oh, I regret that. I have remorse for that. I wish that had gone down differently. But it's interesting. I feel like it will serve a purpose for you in achieving this desire, but only when you actually let go of that burden of feeling like you wish you could change something in the past. You know what I mean, Scorpio? Wow, very interesting start to your reading. Okay, let's see what energy will come in to support Scorpio, or what would be of a support to Scorpio as they try to let go of something that happened in the past that they just didn't, they didn't like that outcome. They found that outcome was just not reflective of who they are. And wow, those cards came out very quickly and quite easily, and just beautiful messages here. Love, gateway, and transformation. So, love. That's how you're going to let this go, is you're just going to have to love it into release. It served a purpose, Scorpio, and even if the outcome wasn't pleasing, love it anyway. Be grateful for it anyway. Embrace it anyway, because it will serve you down the line. You just haven't seen the whole story yet. You know that expression where it says, everything will be okay at the end. And if everything's not okay right now, that just means you're not at the end yet. Again, I'm butchering that. I've been butchering quotes all morning. But, that's the vibe of this, is that you need to love this experience, even though you wish you could go back and change it right now. It will end up serving you, and then you will end up being grateful for it because it's going to help transform you. It's going to be very transformative, and it's going to lead you through a gateway where you come out the other end changed. You come out the other end a unicorn. You come out the other end changed. And I feel like the change is going to be this wish you're making upon a star. Oh, I love these cards. So beautiful. So you are transforming. You are headed towards a gateway. But in order to get there, you need to let go with love. Let go with love, Scorpio. And heal. Heal it. And if forgiveness is necessary, forgive. If compassion is necessary, be compassionate to yourself, to the situation, to the experience. If it involved another person, this is something that needs to be let go of. I feel like it's holding you back. By you hanging on to it, it's actually holding you back from transforming into this wish that you have and being led through the gateway. Isn't it interesting to see gateway and time machine? I feel like you are headed through a portal. That I feel like you're headed towards expansion, and you don't know it yet. You don't know it yet. You're still in the cocoon, but you're transforming in there. You're transforming in there. And so all you need to do right now is just love. Focus on the vibration of love. Focus on the vibration of love, forgiveness, compassion, and letting go. Surrender. Surrender, Scorpio. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's jump into the tarot cards here to see what the rest of the story is, and maybe we can get some clarification. I mean, this is a general reading, so take it as it resonates, but let's see. Okay. The Lovers. Vulnerable. It's time to be vulnerable and make a choice about something, and I feel like that could involve this letting go thing and love. Was it a romantic relationship that you need to sort of forgive and release? Was it a bond that you held with a Gemini? The Lovers represents Gemini. Was it a very deep relationship that you felt that you were very vulnerable with someone and they let you down, or maybe you let them down? Someone got let down. Yeah, it changed you. There was a perspective shift here. Something happened here that made you say maybe goodbye to this person. You know, maybe there was a shift in your mental perspective. Your logic said to you, get out, leave this union, end this friendship, leave this scenario. Right? Leave this place. Don't be vulnerable. Don't be vulnerable. Interesting. And maybe that's what you regret. Maybe you regret not being vulnerable and just speaking your feelings in a way that could have preserved that relationship. But perhaps this relationship needed to come to an end. And right now you're sort of heavy on yourself about it, and it's blocking you from sort of letting it go with love, right? What's top of mind for you is this idea that you're resisting a big shift, some big sudden shift. And again, maybe this happened in the past. Maybe there was a big shift in the past and you dug your heels in and said, no, I am not accepting this. I am not shifting. I will resist this. And that could be what you're hoping to sort of go into a time machine to reverse. But it's interesting. I feel like if it happened, and it's still on your mind, then there must have been something about it that needs more discovery or more healing. I feel like the wound is still raw, Scorpio, and you need to heal that wound somehow by giving it love and letting it go. And I said this in a different reading, I can't remember which one it was, but the idea that in order to heal something, you have to feel it. You have to feel it. You can't ignore it. You can't bury your head in the sand and say, no, I resist it. Otherwise, it won't get healed, right? You have to look at the wound, you have to clean it and dress it and then monitor it, right? And then that's how it heals. That's how it heals. And what's driving all of this is this new inspiration that you have. It's almost like your intuition has come online, or you've been given this divine sort of inspiration that is going to be very profound in shaping you and how you proceed forward. But again, the initiation of this is being held back because you need to let go of this first. This is this, right? These are related. This is the path that's what's driving all of this, is that you have a desire that you want to fulfill, and you're holding it tight. You want to fulfill it. You're focused on it, and it's being challenged by something. That's why this ace is in reverse, and it's being challenged by this energy of the situation that you're in resistance of, and you haven't let go of it, and it needs love. It needs love. Yeah. And that's what's driving all of this, is this wish that you have, this inspiration that you've been given from your intuition, from your spirit. You know, you've been guided to this point, Scorpio. So that tells me that this has been divinely timed. So there's no reason to regret anything. Everything has happened just as it needed to happen for you to get right here. So surrender those emotions, heal them with love. Yeah, in the past, you took a step into the unfamiliar. And so you walked away from something, Scorpio, but you know what? It didn't serve you. So don't regret walking away. You might have a bit of fear of missing out syndrome right now, where you see the people or the experience that you walked away from. Now you look at them and you're like, wow, they look like everything looks awesome. Maybe I shouldn't have walked away, but you were right to walk away. These cups no longer served you, and you went off on your own with your intuition guiding you. Your intuition was telling you something was that you needed to exit this scenario. You needed to leave, and it's almost like you're feeling a bit of remorse about that. And I feel like it's coming from a place that's needing love, because it's an old story. It's an old story that you already made the choice about this story in the past. And moving into the future, yeah, until you let this go, you're going to have a hard time creating what you envision. Again, with this Ace of Rods and that wish upon a star, as you transform in the cocoon almost, you need to let go. You need to pass through this gateway here. And remember that everything is divinely timed, and that you got here from all of those experiences. So we need to sort of love our past and not be a victim of our past. Does that make sense? Not being a victim of your past circumstances. Yeah, your inner dialogue right now here, Scorpio, this card represents you. The Death card in tarot represents Scorpio. This is a card of transformation. You are changing. You are changing. You are stepping into a new phase of your life. You are going through the gateway. You are going through the gateway. You are transforming. And I feel like you have a vision for this transformation, but something is holding you back. But your inner dialogue is like, I am ready for this. I am ready to change. I am ready to shift. I am ready for one cycle to end and a new cycle to begin. And your inner dialogue is very much focused on the individualness of this journey, the uniqueness that you hold. That's why we see the Death card in your inner sort of narrative, because you're thinking about yourself and you're thinking about how to move yourself forward closer to this desire that you want to sort of see expressed in front of you. But you know you need to transform, and you want it. But man, it's interesting to see the resistance. There's the Tower, right? The Knight here of Swords is in front of the Tower, and we know the Tower means that, you know, the karmic intervention, divine intervention is coming in to shift you. And it's like you're resisting that shift on one level, but in your inner dialogue, you're like, no, I'm ready and willing. But are you? Where are you resisting? I feel like you're resisting because you haven't healed some of these old storylines. I think that's the guidance for you through this reading, Scorpio, is to heal some old storylines so that you can move forward. Yeah, there is resistance, and you are ready, right? But there is resistance. You might not sense it, but then you need to go in deeper. You need to go in deeper and look and see where are the places that still trigger you. Where are you triggered? The triggers will often reveal to us where we need to heal more. You know what I mean? Yeah. But fortune's coming. Fortune's coming. This is fortuitous. This is not a negative shift. You are shifting towards something that will bring you great fortune. And it's your fear. You're worried. You're worried, well, what if it doesn't? What if it brings me to a place that I don't want to be? And I don't think, from what I'm seeing here, it feels like if you are able to sort of let go of these old wounds and heal them, and then sort of surrender to the timeline of transformation, which isn't up to us, but it sort of happens divinely, and we just have to go with it and sort of have our eyes open, right? Being very mindful to receive the guidance and to be open to the synchronicities. And I feel like that will be what gets you where you want to go anyway, where this wish you're making upon a star. Yeah, the final outcome here for you is that you're not sure if you're going to be able to be self-sufficient or self-reliant on your own, maybe. And you're wondering how to enrich your life and be self-sufficient and sort of embrace that sensual part of yourself. And seeing the Ace of Rods here, I feel like whatever it is that you're wishing upon, it's going to involve a part of you that is very sensual. And it's going to involve the sort of the part of you that is full of desire and drive and vitality and passion. And it's like something very creative. And it involves maybe a Capricorn, because the Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn energy. And it's very interesting. I feel like Scorpio is not sure. It's like you're of two minds still, which makes sense because, as we transform, things come up. That's sort of the whole point of transformation, is that things come up for us to deal with and heal, and then we transform, and then we have a bunch of new experiences that sometimes create new things that need to be healed, and then we heal, and then we transform again. It's like a never-ending cycle of learning, healing, being in stillness to understand the wisdom of those experiences, and then going out there and having new experiences so that we can take in the wisdom, heal, and go out again, right? Like this Wheel of Fortune, it is a wheel. So it's very circular. There's no end. So it's time. It's time, Scorpio. And you've done this before. You've done this before. You've been able to reinvent yourself before. And I feel like you'll be able to do it again once you let go with love. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that for you. If this reading has resonated for you and you'd like a personal reading, my email's in the description below. And as always, thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and watching. And we'll see you again very soon for another reading. Sending you lots of love and light, Scorpio.